takers.
What the hell now? What is this, a lights?
Who would be crazy enough to do something like that?
The only two guys I know of just... Suicidal! Homicidal! Genocidal! Sabu!
Sabu was scheduled to compete later tonight, but not in this ladder match. Not against Malice, not for a shot at the world's title, but he's in there and the match is on.
Sabu has now catapulted himself into a shot for Ken Shamrock's World Championship if he can get through Malice. If he can get through Malice.
Sensational DDT, then follows up by springing back, caught him with the leg. Sabu on the attack, the former NWA World Champ, the man who put ECW's promotion on the map. He's not afraid to sacrifice his body, and he's accepted Father James Mitchell's open challenge.
This guy's perfect to challenge. I mean, he'll do anything to win. He'll sacrifice any part of his body.
Springing off the ropes, dropping down to the 300 pounds, now just choking the life out of Sabu. And this matchup seems pretty simple, I think, on the surface. Power, size, strength, all the advantages of this man. This big scoop and a slam. What does he have here, guys? 8-inch height edge, as we see the chair being tossed in from one of the disciples at ringside, either Slash or Tempest. And now Malice has the steel chair. What does he have, an 80-pound weight advantage? But keep in mind, Sabu has the experience factor, and he just used his experience to take the legs of the big man out. Plus,
You know, Malice is a guy who loves to dish out pain, but Sabu is a guy, Sabu is a man who can take it.
Look at the scars on this guy.
and more importantly, not only does he have the big match experience, more ring experience than Malice, the ladder match is one of his specialties.
Look at that.
There's that power and size. Dropping over the knee.
I just don't see Malice giving anybody a chance like he did tonight for the title.
But you know
wanted
what?
it so bad.
The problem I have with it is who is Malice to give someone a chance at this? What do you mean? That's Jeff Jarrett's slot. Jeff Jarrett should be in there. Barron's kicked Jarrett out of the building, made him forfeit his match. Jeff Jarrett should be in there right now, not Sabu.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Jeff Jarrett spitting in the face of authority backfired on him, didn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, after putting Scott Hall off the stretcher, you saw what Scott Hall did to get him back.
Hey, look, this is wrestling. It ain't a tea party. Get out of the kitchen.
Check the steel chair after Sabu went headfirst into the corner. Malice propelling him into the corner, and he just dented the steel chair. Now what is this? Tempest holding on to Sabu.
There's the contract hanging above the ring.
The winner of this matchup goes on next Wednesday, next week on this program to face Ken Shamrock for the NWA World Heavyweight title. Now measuring him, has him against the ropes, and driving those big vicious right hands to the chest of Sabu.
Interesting point, TNA. The ladder has yet to come into play in this match. These guys are going on all cylinders even as we speak, and yet, missed.
Surprising to see Malice try a high-risk move. You would normally equate that to Sabu's offense. Now Malice out to the floor, and he's got the ladder.
Malice has had Ken Shamrock in that ring before. Malice knows he's got Ken Shamrock's number. All he has to do is grab that contract, and he's as good as got that belt around his waist next Wednesday night.
Now Malice deciding not to use the ladder against Sabu, who is back on his feet. Probably a good idea when your opponent is in the ring and waiting for you, much like Sabu is. Father Mitchell looking on. Now he's gone back to the ladder again. They try and bring it into the ring, and Sabu cut him off. He drop-kicked the ladder, and Malice goes down.
Sabu's dangerous, and the reason he is so dangerous is because he has no regard for his own health, his own well-being, and here comes a perfect example of it.
Double springboard, first off the chair, then off the rope, and then crashing down onto the arena floor on Malice.
The agility that Sabu shows is amazing. The ability that this man has, and the fact that now he is...
Tempest just got it.
Reversed it, did Sabu, sending Tempest into the steel safety rail, taking on all the disciples here, and that time springing off the steel ring steps and taking Malice down with a great leg attack.
Sandwiching Malice between his leg and that steel barricade. That's not going to do Malice any favors. You know, these are two guys that I don't think they know what the word hurt means unless they're doing it to somebody else.
Well, especially Sabu. We talked about him sacrificing his body. We've seen that for years and years he's been in the business. Sabu's
getting the table.
Underneath the ring gets one of his favorite weapons of destruction out, getting the table, putting it in place as we see Malice come up from behind and catch him with a right hand.
See, this is where it's dangerous because Sabu, he shouldn't be messing around with the table out there. He should be going for that ladder. He should be going for that contract. But that's why I got my money on Malice. Malice is out there thinking. I never thought I'd call him a rocket scientist, but compared to Sabu, he's got to be.
Look at this. The ladder is extended across the ring apron. The ring apron and the steel guardrail, and he just dropped him on it.
There is no give to that. None whatsoever.
I got to give Sabu credit, though, for having the courage to come out here. They issued the challenge, and he was the only one that took it.
He stepped right up. He came out. He accepted the challenge from Father Mitchell, and now he's paying the price. The big man Malice has him up on the shoulder. Where's he going to take it? Lost him that time.
Sabu busted open.
Look at his nose. It looks like his nose has been broken.
Oh, man. Blood is pouring.
Like I said,
Look at that.
Oh, my God. It's pouring out of the face, out of the nose of Sabu.
Like I said, there's no give.
Oh, man.
Sabu is a mess right now.
But, you know, we've seen this before from him. He just doesn't care.
And he doesn't quit. There's no quit. There's no give up in Sabu. The ladder extended in the corner now by Malice. Going to take him across diagonal. Oh! Back first into the steel ladder.
You say there's no give in Sabu. There's no give in Malice either.
No give up.
He looks worse.
Oh, my goodness. They're going to take him up. Where's he going to go? He's got the ladder in place.
Oh, there is no way anyone, I don't care if you're Sabu, can get up from that.
Now, Malice just put the ladder up there and get the contract.
There it is. The
This guy can't
contract
take much more.
not only hangs above the ring, it hangs in the balance. Ken Shamrock's signature is on that contract. Who's going to be the first to climb the ladder and take the contract down and get the title? Oh my God! Steel chair with authority to the back.
We are not 15 minutes into this broadcast, and we have already seen more brutality than I would imagine we would ever see in an entire show, in an entire month.
Well, not only do you have to face Malice out there, you've got Slash and Tempest and Father Mitchell giving it to you from the sides.
Sabu knew what he was getting into.
Springing back off the ropes, took the 6'9", 300-pounder down.
How could he even see with the blood in his eyes?
And also think about his breathing with the possibility of a broken nose as he extends the leg and caught him with the leg drop. One would think that breathing is going to be very difficult for Sabu.
Breathing, eyesight, all the things that you need to retain your stamina in the ring when you need to dig down deep. If you can't see, if you can't breathe, that's going to make it a hell of a lot harder to get the job done. Sabu setting up the ladder in the middle of the ring. Now he's doing what he should be doing. Going for the contract.
Headed to the top.
There it is.
Sabu going up. Look at, he's there. He's extending out the head. He's got to go up one more rung.
No.
Oh, blocked by Malice.
Get it, Sabu.
Fighting Sabu, trying to hang on to the ladder. Oh, power bombed him off the ladder.
You know, when you look at Sabu's face, he's almost looks like one of those that you would think would be a member of the disciples of the new church.
Folding up the ladder now is Malice. Obviously some kind of a plan here, setting it up between the top and middle rope.
You've got to imagine they have some sort of strategy here, because I would imagine that Father Jim Mitchell would be telling Malice, go for the contract. Don't go for the punishment, go for the contract.
Out of the corner.
Oh, no.
That's it.
Overhead, belly to belly.
Nobody can take that.
It's a sickening look on Father Mitchell's face. This deserves another look. Let's check it out.
Look at over the top. Bang! Down on the ladder, right on top of his head. Sabu still has not moved from that. He's just barely getting up to his hands and knees.
And that, my friends, is an example of how Sabu got some of those scars on his back.
On his back, on his front, on his face.
And the new ones tonight.
How does Sabu keep getting up? Why does he keep getting up? Look at the monster he's in the ring with.
Yeah, because of what's at stake. A shot at Ken Shamrock in the NWA World's Heavyweight title.
Yeah,
that's why.
A shot that Jeff Jarrett should have right now. You can't deny to me today that Jeff Jarrett doesn't belong in
the steps. Sabu heading up the corner.
Can he cut him off?
He drop kicked him off the ladder.
How does Sabu keep coming back?
This is unbelievable. Let's see this again. Malice heading up. Sabu cuts him off. Drop kick the ladder.
I'll tell you what, though, Malice is just too big and too strong and too bad.
What is Malice made out of? Twisted steel, chrome. What is he made out of? I'll tell you what Sabu is made out of. He's got to be made out of silly putty, rubber band, scotch tape to keep him together.
Smart move by Sabu, able to avoid the onrushing and the charging Malice. Steel chair to the head.
Sets up the chair.
Sabu springing out of the corner. Caught him in the corner. Sandwiched him that time with the ladder. Malice down just to his knees, not all the way down to the mat.
You know, I got to point something out. In the history of TNA, we have not seen Malice in this position yet. No one has delivered the kind of punishment on Malice that Sabu has. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Look at this. Sabu to the top. He's got the ladder.
Using his body weight to slam it into him.
Great point. All of that weight, 220 pounds, springing off the ropes and driving the ladder across the back of Malice. At ringside, we see now Tempest with a steel chair. Sabu takes it away from him, and
Arabian face buster down on Malice.
This guy's got no quit in him. He doesn't even know what the word means.
Guys, what are we going to do if this match takes up our entire broadcast?
again, one of the disciples, Tempest, with shots for Sabu.
Well, he's going for the nose there. You can see the nose is probably broken.
Mitchell distracting the referee on the other side of the ring while the disciples make this an outnumbered situation here for Sabu. Sabu climbing the rungs. Look at, he's close. He's maybe 1 or 2 away.
Not tonight, says Malice.
Cut him off.
Oh!
Fire! That right hand rock Malice. Steel chair. The big man's still standing. How is he still on his feet?
He does.
Fine buster out of nowhere.
That was 350 pounds of smack. How is Sabu still alive?
I don't believe how either of these guys are still breathing after the amount of punishment they've been dishing out on one another. But it is almost believable when you take into account what's at stake. The contract with Ken Shamrock's name on it, hanging above the ring that Malice is setting up the ladder to go for even as we speak.
Malice
gonna have
headed
to
up the
lean.
ladder.
He's going to have to lean.
Look at this. He's a long ways away. Even once he gets to the top, he needs to move the ladder maybe over a little closer to the contract. But Sabu's on his feet. Sabu's up.
He smashed the table.
Malice is down. I can't believe he's moving.
Look at that. He just got Tempest slashed this guy. Oh, that was unreal.
We take another look. There he goes. Meanwhile, let's go back live. Sabu climbing up the ladder. He's close. He's close. He's got his hands on it. He's touching it. He's got it. He's got it. Sabu wins it. Can you believe it? What a shocker. Sabu wins it, and here come the disciples. Here comes Timmy. Here comes Slash. Both in the ring. Both on the attack.
Come on, get him out of there, ref. He can't take any more of this punishment.
Hey, he earned this beating. He took this
He earned the title
That's
shot
right.
with Ken Shamrock. That's the only thing he earned.
Where does he pull that out from? I've got to say, he did earn the title shot. Even though Jeff...
Strength in numbers, just too much now. The disciples with the 3-on-1 attack on Sabu, putting the boots to him are Slash and Tempest. Malice has got the ladder and
Will there
So
be
much for that ladder.
Will there be anything left of Sabu next week to face Ken Shamrock for the NWA World Championship? Can you believe it? Ken Shamrock.
Oh my God.
They're mauling him in there. What are they getting?
Steel chair to the head of Sabu.
Another table.
Sabu likes tables. They're going to give him a table. Will there be anything left of Sabu to take on Ken Shamrock for the NWA Championship next week?
The ref has got to Stop this!
The ref's jurisdiction is over. The match is over.
Oh no! He's got him throttled. You know what's next? Takes him up. Can he choke slam him from the apron?
Nobody can take that!
This is your main event of the evening. Weighing in at 270 pounds from Detroit, Michigan, this is Rhino.
He's the man beast. You heard it from JB. 6'2", 270 pounds of Jarrett's insurance policy. And here comes the king of the mountain. Here comes the man who looks to pin Raven tonight and get a title shot.
Introducing his tag team partner from the Music City. He weighs in at 235 pounds. This is Jeff Jarrett.
This is the man who is just 3 seconds away from a shot at the NWA World Heavyweight Champion Raven. He's just a 1, 2, 3 on the shoulders of Raven away from getting what he's been dying to get for months. That's a shot at regaining his NWA gold.
He might be 3 seconds away from not even getting a shot for another year, Mike Canay. If Raven's on the winning side of that bid.
Introducing from Bombay, weighing in at 225 pounds, Sabu.
He's been described as homicidal, suicidal, and genocidal. But I don't even think those words are strong enough for one half of the Hardcore Dream Team. Yeah, he's back in TNA, and he's Raven's tag team partner. Can you believe it? Sabu has returned.
Introducing his tag team partner, he is the current NWA Heavyweight Champion of the World from the Bowery. This is Raven.
The NWA World Heavyweight Champion had just a one-word promise for Jeff Jarrett and Rhino. And that one word, it says it all. P-A-I-N. It's all about pain. When he described himself in Sabu, Raven said, if you're scarred bad enough, you no longer even feel that pain.
As we're starting it off here, Mike, and I have been thinking about these two working together. Sabu and Raven, and it's got to be a question in a lot of people's minds. Can they do it? We saw what happened earlier with AXS.
Good point.
Sometimes it just doesn't work out. This is a case, though, where I believe that the hatred for Jeff Jarrett is so strong in Raven's heart that he will do anything he can to win this match, anything he can to get the pin on Jarrett, and if that means siding with Sabu, he'll do it with every bit of gusto that he can muster.
Raven lays down the NWA World's Heavyweight title in the face-to-face showdown. Again, ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind the special stipulations for this tag match. Disrespect here from Jarrett as Raven fights back. If Jeff Jarrett pins Raven, he gets a shot at the NWA World's Heavyweight title, but if Raven pins Jeff Jarrett, Jarrett is out of the title picture for 1 year. That, of course, According to Larry Zbyszko of the championship committee, the power man Rhino comes in, takes Raven right out to the arena floor, but oh man, Sidewestern leg sweep. Back first goes Rhino into the steel safety rail.
Let's see if he goes for it again. Raven, here he does. Raven likes to give him a series of these. Just when they think they've had enough, he'll put him right back into that rail again. Is he going for another one? Here comes number 3. Oh, and he sends Rhino, and you can feel the pain in Rhino's back right there. As you see Sabu looking on. You know, I just thought of something, Mike. We understand what happens if Raven pins Jarrett and Jarrett pins Raven. Right. What if this man right there, Sabu, pins Jeff Jarrett? Does that put him next in line for a title shot against his partner right now, Raven? Think about that scenario.
That's a great point. I'm sure that's something for championship committee member Larry Zbyszko to ponder. I mean, bottom line, Raven, as we see Sabu go for the quick cover here on Rhino, Raven admits he has no friends and that he never will. And you're right, Don, what a tenuous position it is to be in when your tag team partner is someone as unpredictable as Sabu.
And think about it, Sabu, he's got to have his reasons for keeping with Raven. He doesn't care about the relationship between Jarrett and Raven. He's got to have his reasons. And maybe that's what he's thinking all along, a chance to get himself in the title picture.
Unleashes the leg attack on Rhino, then a half version of the camel clutch, the move that was made so famous by his uncle, the legendary Late Sheep, as we see Raven go to the middle rope and connect with a kick on Jarrett.
You see Jarrett holding the head right there as the kick caught. You can see, wait a minute.
Look out here.
Whoa, here in front of him. Holy cow! Jarrett just gets thrown right over the top of the announce table. And I mean, Raven now comes over. He's got him a trash can. Jarrett is knocked out. Wait a minute, Mike.
Yeah, right here. Raven's got the trash can. Jarrett went flying.
What in the world?
He's got a pizza cutter. Oh, God! He's got a pizza cutter that he took to Jarrett's head. Did you see that? Now, got the top of the trash can lid now. Raven just sliced open Jarrett's head with a pizza cutter. Oh, God. Look out.
I'm going to try to get in here. Well, they're on the other side right there. As Jeff Jarrett is busted wide open. Absolutely busted wide open. As Raven grabbed the pizza cutter that he had hidden in the garbage can after he threw him over the desk and it's just cut. As we see Sabu and Rhino in the ring. Jeff Jarrett is just bleeding profusely out here. And you see Sabu getting the advantage as he goes right here to the chair, and he catches Rhino in the Hurricane Runner right there. Unbelievable, Mike, there's blood everywhere.
You're not kidding, Don. DW, I'm sorry, I had to bail out there.
Dude, I had to bail earlier.
There's just, let's try and focus on this.
Look at Sabu, he is on fire in the ring.
Snaps off the top rope move on Rhino.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, but Jarrett doesn't look so good, does he?
No, what a
He's
move.
completely covered in a crimson mask, the blood flowing all over the arena.
I could not believe how when he came flying over this table right here, he crashed right into the corner.
That's where he hit. He hit his head on the side, but then Raven sliced him open with that pizza slice. Oh, God.
Oh, Jarrett, though, able to grab that chair and toss it into Sabu, and Rhino goes for the pin, but he doesn't get it.
Let's focus on this. There's so much at stake here. Uh-oh, the man beast. Rhino wielding the steel chair, and he just hit a home run. He just knocked out Sabu. Pin, 2. Sabu, my God, kicks out at 2. Sabu, the recipient of that vicious shot, and now the tag is in to a bloody Jeff Jarrett, who's regained the power and regained the strength as he goes to work with just vicious shots, clubbing blows to the back.
I'll tell you what, though, you've got to give Jeff Jarrett credit for the way that he started this match. The fact that he can even get back
Look
out
at
here.
Jarrett!
Oh, what a move by
Top
Jarrett!
rope superplex after losing that much blood to be able to go to the top and muster the guts and strength. Rhino with the pin.
A nice counter by Sabu. That's what the title shot means to Jeff Jarrett. That's exactly what that title shot means. He'll do anything to get that pin. But I got another scenario for you. What if Jeff Jarrett finds himself pinning Sabu? Look at Jeff. Oh, man. He's just busted open.
And you just have to question how much longer Jarrett's going to be effective in this match. With every minute that goes by, the blood's just flowing right out of his head, and it's got to sap his energy and sap his strength. Sabu positioned on top. It looked like Rhino was going to try and suplex him back in, but Sabu fights off with a series of rights.
I'll tell you what, he didn't let up there for 1 second as he just kept the rights going, and now Sabu coming up the road. Oh! He just kind of goes into a somersault. He catches Rhino right in the head with his back, and the momentum sends Rhino to the floor.
Think about the name of the pay-per-view. It's Sacrifice, and Sabu and Raven will do anything to sacrifice their bodies to get the win.
Oh, you can see Sabu spinning with the kick right there. Sabu and Rhino have been going at it against each other in that ring for a long time. Jarrett's taking a couple shots. And you see Raven coming into the ring as he goes right at Rhino. Oh, and he spins around and sends it with the clothesline. And he goes right after Jarrett when Jarrett comes in.
Discus clothesline by Raven, takes down Jarrett. Rhino shot off into the corner, springs off the ropes, decks him with the lariat. Waits for Jarrett to get to his feet. As soon as he does, he meets him with the high knee lift. And the NWA World Heavyweight Champion is on fire.
He's been on fire from the beginning as the team of Sabu and Raven.
What's the cover?
It was almost 1 year before Jarrett had a title shot.
Why do you think we've been calling Rhino Jarrett's insurance policy?
That's right.
He just saved his ass right there.
You got that right. Able to get in there just in time. But I'll tell you what, you called it. Raven has been in total control of this match, and he hits him with the DDT.
Raven effect. 1, 2. Whoa. Jarrett says we're not going to have the match end that way. Pulls referee Rudy Charles out.
Jeff Jarrett has just got to be going on. Oh, and you see Sabu going right at him.
Sabu rolls Jarrett into the ring, right to Raven, and there you see the low blow.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know that I even blame Jarrett for that. At any point, you've got to do something to stop that train that Raven's becoming. Oh, no. Here he comes with the guitar.
The signature guitar. He's measuring him, telling him,
hey, look at this.
Cassidy Riley.
Raven's follower comes in and takes it away.
The young kid who's been in line for over a week to sit in the front row. He's such a fan of Raven and Sabu. He just saved the day for his man Raven.
But I'll tell you what, Rhino again.
Look out!
Jarrett, and he hits the stroke.
Here's the stroke.
And here he goes.
He's going to get the title shot. 1, count.
1, 2. Not going to happen there. Not going to happen there.
Whoa, Jarrett was just that close to getting the shot at Raven next month.
I'll tell you what, Rhino, though, that's on 2 occasions that he has been there for Jarrett when he needed him to give the momentum back, and you can see right now Rhino going right at Raven, and this is their chance. They've got the momentum on their side.
You know, I think this is what we expected. We thought that Rhino would go to the power game. Vicious cross-face shot
in his head
in an effort to weaken Raven and set it up so that he can allow Jarrett to get the 1, 2, 3.
Unbelievable. Rhino just going right at it. You can see him biting in the forehead of Raven right there.
You're just gnawing right on the flesh.
Just pulling it right out. That's just sickening.
Rhino takes Raven by the...
Oh, Raven's bleeding. He not only bit him, he bit right through the skin.
He did. He bit right through the flesh that time. Wow. Pin attempt. Whoa. Just a 2 count from Rhino.
I'll tell you what, that's just a side of Rhino that we just haven't seen. I mean, he's always been vicious in his own way, but that's just the emotion of this matchup. You just become animals, like the man beast. You become an animal out there.
Yeah, that nickname, it's right on the money. Is Jarrett going to go for the figure 4? He's halfway there. He sits back. Oh, he's got it cinched in now. He's got the figure 4 locked on.
But think about this, while he's doing that, the blood's got to be flowing even more out of his head.
But at the same time, Raven's bleeding as well. Look at the amount of blood that Raven's losing.
1, 2, oh, he just gets his shoulder up there. You almost have to rest for 2 seconds, and you gotta hope you've got enough willpower to get it back up.
Now, if Raven can use his body weight, if he's not sapped enough, he can turn this thing over, and he just did. Jarrett scrambling for the ropes, and in the process, breaks the figure 4.
Jarrett grabs the chair right there as he sets it up.
Uh-oh, a shot up into the ropes, goes for the drop toe hold, that's Raven's move!
Oh, Raven was able to counter it, picks up the Jarrett in one motion, he nails Jeff Jarrett right on the head. Great shot there by Raven.
Jarrett tried to beat Raven in his own game, but Raven, of all people, of course he saw it coming. Tag to Sabu, Sabu and Rhino legal now. Stale chair shots, tossing them right into the face of Jarrett and Rhino.
Did you see Sabu? That first shot just bounced right back to him. He didn't hesitate. Now here he goes off of the chair, and there you see it again as Jeff Jarrett goes back out to the floor.
Springs off the chair, high knee right into the head. Pin. No, he's not going to go for the cover. He's got the chair instead.
Off the ropes, there he comes around, and he hits it perfectly. Sabu on fire. Oh, look at how Rhino's back is bowling up right there. It's just like a natural spasm. I mean, look at his eyes. They're glazed.
Drops
This
the
is
leg.
it. And it is.
Just 2. Woo.
So close right there. You could see the eyes of Rhino. They were glazed. Rhino doesn't have anything left right there. He's getting out wisely. Catch your breath. Wait a minute. The table.
Keep your eyes on Sabu.
Oh, look how he just stomps on the rope and goes right after him. I mean, how can you do that? How can you stop yourself like that? Unbelievable.
Master of those top rope high-risk moves is Sabu. Action back in the ring with the 2 men that have it all at stake here. And that time he connected. The drop toe hold, the cover, the 2. No.
Jeff Jarrett's so close to getting that title shot right there.
And you know Jarrett would love to beat Raven in a situation like this with his own move.
Oh.
There's the Raven effect. DDT.
Here we go. 1, here. Rhino again. Again in there to save Jeff Jarrett.
Just that close to Jarrett not getting a title shot.
Gore.
He hit the door.
Gore. 1, 2. And here comes Sabu to break it up.
Wow.
Don't doubt Sabu's loyalty tonight because he's been there for Raven every step of the way.
Shot up into the corner goes Rhino. Ready. Gets the elbow up for the on-charging Sabu.
Oh, wait a minute. The referee just got flat with a Gore.
He went to hit the Gore on Sabu, who moved out of the way. But you're right. Referee down. Stay on chair shot by Sabu.
What an incredible matchup this has been. And here goes Sabu. He's got the chair in hand. Rhino's going to get the brunt of this. This could do it right here. Oh, he hits it flash on.
Caught him with one of his signature moves, using the steel chair.
Referee Rudy Charles is out cold, Mike. They've got to get another ref in here. He's out cold.
Sabu had the pin. But you're right, there's no official to make the count.
I mean, look at Rudy Charles. He's not moving. We need to see him. He's alive.
Look at the bodies just laid out all over the ring. You talk about carnage on the interstate. You see Jarrett down. You see Raven, the champion, down. Referee Charles is down. Rhino's basically out of it. Sabu's the last man standing.
Look what Sabu did, though. He laid Rhino out there on that table, and Rhino's just using it for support.
Whoa, 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 look at this.
What in the world's going on as the Monster Abyss comes in, and he gets what's going on here?
I'll tell you what's going on. Jarrett's got a backup plan. Jarrett has another insurance policy.
He'll do anything, and look at this. Oh, right into the table as the Abyss comes in.
That's Jeff Hardy.
Look in the ring.
Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy coming in.
He was ordered to appear in Sacrifice. And Jeff Hardy is down.
And he goes right for Jarrett. Yes.
It is twist of fate. Twist of fate for Hardy. He's going to the top.
Here comes the Swan Guard. Oh, he hits it. Look at this. We wondered if he was in the building. No, he came in with a vengeance.
You talk about timing. Jeff Hardy. Look, and he just walks right past us out of the arena. Wait a minute. Raven for the cover. Referee slides in. 1, 2.
Oh, Rhino just in time. Just in time.
We were just that close to where Jarrett didn't get the title shot for a year.
Rhino's been there every step of the way for him. Oh, man, Sabu is just twisted in a table down here, and now you see Rhino pulling one out.
Rhino now bringing the table into the ring. Raven's prone body slowly coming to life as Raven gets up to a knee.
Oh, nice low blow right there by Raven, but he had to do it. And you can See now, Jarrett sees he's got Raven vulnerable. Setting him up.
Gonna go into the stroke.
Into the table.
Raven fights him off.
Oh, and here he goes. Oh, God! He's going in the table.
Right into the table.
Rhino sets him up 1, 2, 3. Rhino got, oh, Sabu's too late. Rhino got the pin. Rhino got the pin. What does that mean?
Oh my God. You're right. Rhino has just pinned the NWA World Heavyweight Champion Raven. Oh my God. Jarrett can't believe it.
He's coming for one fall. Being led to the ring by James Mitchell, weighing in excess of over 350 pounds. He is the monster of Biz.
6 feet 8 inches tall. 350 pounds of uncontrollable fury. Can the man accompanying him to the ring, James Mitchell, can he keep him in control? Or does he even want to?
If anybody can, he's the only one that I've ever seen that had any semblance of control over that monster. But like you said, when it all breaks down, Abyss has a one-track mind, and nobody, I mean nobody is going to get in that way.
Let's hear from James Mitchell.
Sabu, you, sir, are on the fast track to extinction. Abyss had no problem with you until you decided to stick your nose in his business and interfere when he was in the midst of decimating Raven. Now, Sabu, you may be a hardcore icon, but not even you can withstand a head-on collision with a 6'8", 350-pound weapon of mass destruction. So since you're so hardcore and I'm feeling charitable, let's do things your way. Let's throw the rule book out of the window and make this a no disqualification match. But just rest assured, Sabu, that when you stick your head through these ropes tonight, you will be signing your own death warrant.
And that's one of them right there. Where did he come from?
Sabu in the ring for the no disqualification matchup against the Monster Abyss. And look at Sabu going to try and take him down with right hands. I'm not sure that's a wise move.
No, it wasn't. And you can see Abyss just fed off of it right there. When he went for the third one, he was ready and he caught it in midair. That just shows you how agile Abyss can be. Think about how difficult that is to catch a punch in midair, and he did it.
When you match up two of the most unpredictable, most out-of-control wrestlers in the history of this business, when you factor in James Mitchell at ringside in the corner of Abyss, you know this is going to be a match where the referee's role has to be merely to count 3 and raise the winner, maybe even raise the survivor's hand. They're going to turn him loose here. It's no disqualification.
I mean, we've seen Abyss in some of the most brutal matches in TNA history, but look at Sabu. This guy's got more scars on his body than anybody I've ever seen. He's been through the wars. I mean, think about what a man's gone through to get those scars.
Yeah, think of how intimidating that would be to the normal wrestler. But you're not talking normal when you're talking 6'8", 350 pounds of a monster named Abyss.
Well, there's nothing normal about either one of these two guys. They're made of things that normal men will never, ever feel in their lifetime. The ability to ignore pain. The ability to come back when it's all been against you. The ability to go through tables and chairs and you name it. And to come back and live to fight another day.
Sabu able to get the boots up, catching the on-charging Abyss. This is the problem when you have a 125-pound weight advantage, as Abyss just took him overhead with the suplex.
Think about everything that Sabu has gone through here in recent times and the dedication that he's given himself to getting back in shape. I mean, he's as in good shape as I've ever seen him.
Well, you're right, it really is an incredible success story. Sabu handed in the steel chair, I think, from the crowd here at the Impact Zone, but Abyss cut him off.
And Abyss stomped on that chair and it caught Sabu's fingers. Oh, and look at that! And Sabu just took him down at the feet.
But that's what you do when you have someone who's, what would you say, down in the neighborhood of maybe 8-10 inches taller?
Oh, man, absolutely. And getting ready to bring the chair on him, and Sabu found a way to counter it. And that's what you do when you're at that weight disadvantage.
Wow, dropped the leg with the steel chair and then just bowled him over into a pin attempt. Now going to set up the chair. Watch Sabu spring.
Oh, he goes right at him, and they both go flying over the top rope right there.
Impact to the clothesline from Sabu. Takes Abyss directly down the floor. Look at Mitchell getting right in the monster's face.
Right there, look at this, Sabu going right for the table. I mean, James Mitchell made it a no disqualification match. So Sabu's going to use whatever he's got at his disposal.
Sabu going to position the table at ringside. Got one leg stacked up. Oh, he's got something in store here for Abyss, that's for sure. Reels off a series of right hands, but Abyss caught him with the knee. Look out, Sabu into the steam.
The problem was that the table buckled on him, and it took Sabu a little bit longer to set it up the way he wanted to. And that gave Abyss time to recover, and now Abyss going for a table of his own.
You're right, Abyss underneath the ring, and we've talked about this before. He gets so focused with that tunnel vision, something like taking the table from underneath the ring, that enabled Sabu to come from behind, but I think Mitchell motioned or called out to Abyss that Sabu was headed towards him.
I think you're absolutely right. You see, Abyss just right now just wants to get focused on his job as he sends Sabu back to the ring. But here goes Sabu, and wow! Comes right at him and catches Abyss right on top of the head.
Springing off the steel chair, then crashing down directly across the Abyss, took him out, but, well, you know what? Sabu not afraid to sacrifice his own body, and you just saw it there up close and personal.
Well, he's going to have to. I mean, that's just the only way he's going to be able to beat somebody of that size. You've got to use your body and make the weight count more than it is, and by doing that, you've got to come over the top ropes and hit him from up high. You've got to get some kind of trajectory, and that's what he did right there. He's going to have to use every agile move that he's got.
And a move like that as well. That's how you counter-attack. 125-pound and an 8-inch height advantage at the same time. You take the big man down. Double spring.
Oh, man! Sabu's on fire right now!
DDT. Dropped him straight down. But you can see Sabu holding onto his chest as well.
Well, every time you do something like that, it also has a price that you're going to pay. And we know he's already gone over the ropes into the concrete a couple of times. He's got to be hurting from that also.
Pin attempt off the DDT, but Abyss still life left, able to lift him up into the air. And check this out. Sabu rocks him with those rights. Talk about a precarious position for Abyss.
Oh, he's right there dangling on the ropes. And I'll tell you something, there was no open hands right there either by Sabu. Hey, it's no disqualification, so the closed fist is... All right, roll! Oh, man, that had to hurt. He just slung him over. And he caught it, and he didn't know. My gosh, you got to show that again.
Have to watch this. Sabu charges and
Hits the chair out of the way. Oh, my God.
And then in one fluid motion, he takes him overhead, and wow, you see the results and you see the impact. Look at that table.
Well, you want to know how he got
Look at Sabu.
A guy gets 1,000 scars on his back. He just got 2 or 3 more right there.
What an opportunity this is for the monster Abyss.
Oh, he's got all the momentum right now. Sabu is out of breath.
Fans motioning, it's time to finish him off. 2. Oh! Not that easy. Not that simple.
Oh, that table was just demolished in front of us. I mean, you see wires and legs and everything sticking to it. I wonder how much damage was done to his body on that. Uh-oh.
Now the opposite side of the ring. The Monster Abyss going underneath to get yet another table.
Well, he's going for the kill right here. He realizes he's got Sabu reeling. Oh, Sabu, though, comes right at him with the right and the knee by Abyss.
Mitchell directing traffic at ringside, while Abyss going to position the table in the ring. Look out, Sabu with the steel chair shot.
Catches him on the back right there. Oh, now he brings it right to the top of the head. Oh! You can just feel that, Mike. I mean, he just... 1, 2. Oh, showing the muscle. Just flung him back like it was nothing.
Vicious, violent, lethal chair shots by Sabu. But amazingly, Abyss not going to be taken down for the 3 count.
Oh, look at that. Battle-worn body he's got right there. And I'll tell you something. That's right now he's ignoring all the pain. Look at this. Unbelievable! Unbelievable!
That's the only word that describes it. He positioned the steel chair underneath the leg, put him with the leg drop, and sandwiched him through the table. My God, that's high impact.
I don't think I've ever seen Abyss flopping around like a fish, and he just did. But oh, it caught Sabu. Look at that. He can't even get up on his own.
You're right, Donnie. He's trying to regroup here. You can tell that he's trying to clear the cobwebs. 1, 2.
Oh, look at this. Oh, James Mitchell put the foot on the rope. Referee Rudy Charles didn't see Mitchell do it. He just happened to be in the right place. Oh, Sabu can't believe it. You know Sabu knows who's responsible. He's pointing at Father Mitchell right now. Oh.
Sabu gonna bring Mitchell in. He's got his back turned to Abyss.
Tell you what, Mitchell took one right there for Abyss, as he knew he had Sabu so enraged. And now look at this. Got him in that torture rack, Mike.
And shock treatment. Drop down Sabu. You saw Abyss at the same time crashing into the table as well.
Oh, you just gotta know that the ribs of Sabu, oh, it's, oh no! He's somebody, look at him go right back to those ribs. He is beat up, the pain is obvious. Abyss has got to be in pain himself, we just can't see it on his face.
Level of violence in this no disqualification matchup. Exactly what we anticipated. Again, Mitchell has a game plan. He's got some strategy. Abyss drops out to the floor. Mitchell laying down the law.
What's he saying? He's pointing down.
He's gonna get the time. He's gonna get
Oh, he is! And listen to the crowd, they know what's in there. Thousands and thousands of little needles. Thousands and thousands of thumbtacks.
the Monster Abyss goes underneath the 6-sided ring. Brings the thumbtacks in. Drops Sabu with a right hand. Look out. I don't blame you. Referee Rudy Charles bails out.
Yeah. Hey, that's no place right now for a referee to get in the middle of this.
No disqualification. Anything goes, and there's the thumbtack.
Look at that visual.
You saw Abyss trying to spread the thumbtacks so that they do more damage. He's got him throttled. Is he going to try and choke slam him into the tacks?
Here he goes. Oh, you can see the counter. Nice counter by Sabu. He's in so much pain, and he realizes the pain he's going to feel if he falls on that pile of tacks right there.
Sabu, clothesline, trying to bring down this big tree, but he can't. Going to try and powerbomb him.
Here he goes. Has he got it? Look at Sabu as he's fighting it all.
Fighting for his life, desperately trying to avoid going back first into the tacks.
I'll tell you what, good move by Sabu, though. You saw how he turned Abyss around so that he couldn't be in the direction of the tacks, and now he nails him with the chair. And here he goes. Oh, he's got it. He goes up on the ropes. He comes around. Oh, wait a minute.
Went for the double spring.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Look at that.
And Abyss black hole slammed him back first. Into those thousands. Oh, God.
That just looks awful.
Look at the puncture wounds on the back of Sabu. The result of being black hole
Look at
slammed.
that.
spectacle. We've got it. If there's any way we can take a look at how this matchup unfolded. There were so many high impact, so many violent moves. Let's take a look at what went down leading to the Abyss victory here.
I'll tell you what, get the kids out of the room right here. Look at this, that first shot on that table. Then look at Sabu countering.
There's the shock treatment. It looked like Sabu was ready to make the comeback until he was cut off. And there you see the black hole slam. And that spelled doom, and that spelled disaster for Sabu.
The following contest is the Monsters Ball 2. About to make his way to the ring, this is the man beast, Rhino.
He's already made an impact tonight and Bound for Glory. He came to the ring. He confronted Raven. He called him pathetic. That was earlier tonight. Now he needs to refocus. He's out of the solitary confinement, just like his three opponents for this matchup. And yeah, he brought weapons, all right. He brought a trash can full to the ring for Monsters Ball.
Introducing competitor number 2, accompanied to the ring by James Mitchell. He is the 6'8" monster, Abyss.
Well, you heard James Mitchell, and in his mind, this isn't even a contest. This is something that this guy's been used to, and he mentioned that a battle like this might bring up repressed memories in the mind of the Monster Abyss. And think about that. If you get this guy angered to the point of insanity, which he might already be, hell and destruction is sure to follow.
The monster has been unleashed, turned loose by James Mitchell. And look what Abyss has brought to the ring, DW.
Oh, his famous bag of 1,000 tacks that we've seen. Not only his body, but other bodies just bloodied by. And I remember that sight of Sabu. Just 1,000 tacks stuck in his scarred body.
And he's got a steel chain as well to go along with those thousands and thousands of thumbtacks. 2 men in. Let's get the next competitor introduced. Take it, JB.
Introducing competitor number 3 from Bombay. This is Sabu.
He just needs a chair, Mike. You see him, that's his weapon of choice. It's what he feels comfortable with as he comes out throwing it, tossing it. And you look at that body that he wears and you realize there's nothing that can be given to him that he hasn't felt.
Scarred from head to toe, and he earned every damn scar.
Introducing the final competitor from Cameron, North Carolina. He is the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy.
Here comes the charismatic enigma. Here comes the 4th member of Monsters Ball. Jeff Hardy makes his way to the ring. I guess there's plenty enough weapons that are already inside the 6 sides.
I'll tell you what, this guy to me is the wild card of this Monsters Ball. He's somebody that we've seen go through countless tables and done all kinds of daredevil acts. He's a guy that's not afraid of pain. He's a guy that maybe even a little bit more athletic than the other 3. He's going to have to use that, and obviously Rhino and Abyss realized it went right at him.
Sabu, steel chair right into the head of the Monster Abyss. And then on the offensive with Rhino. Man Beast shoots him off into the ropes. Now charges at Sabu, who tosses him over the top and down to the floor. Rules, anything goes.
Oh, man! Sabu catches him with that shoulder. Oh, nice kick right there to the gut by Hardy. That allows him to get the chair.
Yes, it's no disqualification. It's falls count anywhere in the impact zone as Hardy springs off the steel chair, connects with the knee for the Monster Abyss and going to go to the well again.
Oh, man, and Hardy goes flying over the top. You were going to explain the rules, folks. There's no point. There are none.
Other than falls count anywhere. Keep that in mind. Yep, bring your own weapons. Use your own weapons. They've been locked up in solitary confinement. confinement from midnight last night until the pay-per-view began earlier this evening. And now they've been let loose in the Monsters Ball.
I'll tell you what, the cameramen have a chore in this match like no other chore they've had. The viciousness, the brutality, you can see it already. There's already Sabu busted open.
Oh, it's a dangerous place to be in the pit with these four men turned loose. Abyss and Hardy battle on one side of the arena. Sabu, you're right, he's been opened up on the other side, and there goes the monster into the retaining wall.
I'll tell you what, great move there by Hardy as he used Abyss's momentum and threw him in, and now you can see Hardy going up to the top right there.
Look out!
Crazy, and he catches Abyss perfectly.
Double sledge from the top of the bleachers. Hardy has got Abyss on one side of the arena. You can see Sabu has been busted wide open above his eye. It's got to affect his vision, Don.
And think about the eye, how sensitive it is. Of all the places that Sabu could be bleeding, right there at the eye, it's got to be the worst. It affects his vision. You know, the pain that you get when something stabs in your eye, it can really disorient you and take you off your game.
And when you lose your vision in a match like this with three other competitors,
you're done, man.
You're in difficult positions.
Yo, you got that right. You can't see in this match. I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, because it's Falls Count Anywhere. Because you have wrestlers coming at you from every conceivable angle and position. And Jeff Hardy says, let's dump the weapons out. Chair shot. Sabu just nailed the man-beast Rhino.
I'll tell you what, this is one of those matches where these people, afterwards, the pain they gotta feel, the physical impairment they're gonna be dealt. As here comes Sabu over. Look at this on top. Oh, Rhino just looked up there and he could see it coming, but he couldn't stop it.
Fighting through that loss of blood, you saw Sabu fly off the top and crash into Rhino on the floor. Abyss has turned it around on Hardy inside the ring.
This crowd right now is so loud. Look at Hardy. Man, Jeff Hardy's on fire. I gotta give him that. This guy is on fire. He is so prepared. He's probably gone many times 12 hours without food or water.
Went for the twist of fate.
Oh, no.
Abyss has him up. Shock treatment. Dropped him down to the backbreaker.
That'll take the wind out of you in a hurry. You can see Hardy right there grasping his ribs.
It's exactly what that move did. And Sabu's going to take advantage of it with the cover.
Trying to get a quick one right there. And it's, I mean, at times you might work with somebody, but it's every man against himself.
Oh, you're right. It is every man for himself. And you're seeing that play out right in front of our very eyes. Steel chair.
What a shot right there. Oh, man.
One for Abyss. One for Sabu. And, another for the monster Abyss, courtesy of the man-beast Rhino.
Abyss gets the boot up. And here goes. Hardy uses Sabu's back and catapults right into the head of Abyss.
Well, you talked about this just seconds ago. Sometimes they work as a team, and sometimes they don't.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Jeff Hardy learned a valuable lesson right here. Do not trust anyone, and Sabu just made him pay.
Leg lock, the steel chair, and a vicious kendo stick shot from Rhino, and batter up. Home runs, courtesy of Rhino. All three, he's been busted open too.
I'll tell you what, it is just, I told you folks, it's brutal, and surely you've got the little kids out of the room by now, and this is just not the match for them. Do not try this at home.
Repeated kendo stick shots. The Singapore cane, and he's going to set up for the gore. Look at their position in the corner. If Abyss gets to his feet.
Oh, Abyss does, and he gets him right into the chokehold, and here we go. Trapped him now.
My God, choke slam. Back first goes Rhino on the steel. Pin, 2.
I'll tell you what, Rhino, his size is so deceiving. I mean, height-wise.
You're right, 6'3", 275 pounds.
But you look at those legs, man, and you see tree trunks. You see a powerful source. And he uses them so effectively.
Huge power, strength, edge in this matchup for the man-beast Rhino and the monster Abyss. But you know, it hasn't been a detriment to Jeff Hardy and Sabu yet, as we see Hardy take it to Abyss.
I'll tell you what, Jeff Hardy, in my mind, although that mistake he made trusting Sabu was costly, has really been on fire, and there he grabs the ladder.
You talked about it earlier. You said Jeff Hardy is known through the years for a on Sabu. Vicious shots out here.
Abyss just applying that pressure that ladder right into Hardy. I mean, just going right at him.
And did you notice? He was using the ladder. He was hitting him in the stomach and in the knee. Going to try and take out the high flying of Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy right now reeling, and you can see him. I mean, this is a position where you don't want to be. You don't want to be on your back or on your butt and have nowhere to go. And he's in a corner. He is literally trapped in a corner.
You're right. And James Mitchell as well, directing traffic, positioning and motioning for Abyss to set up the table. Table's in place. Hardy's down and out. Now what's he going to do? Going to put a second table in position?
I'll tell you what, folks, as he's doing that, you've got Sabu setting up a table right there against the rail as he goes right back at Rhino. I mean, we're doing our best, folks. It's just mayhem as Hardy right now has somehow gained the advantage.
It's just mayhem. It's just monsters ball and bound for glory. Chair shots by Jeff Hardy, one after the other to the top of the head of Abyss.
I'll tell you what, he's got Abyss reeling right there. Is he going to hit him one more time just to kind of level him? He does. I can hear it. Oh no, you got Rhino trapped on a table.
And Sabu sets up the chair.
I'll tell you what, here he goes.
Sabu gonna come off the ropes, he'll spring off the chair.
Oh man, he crashes it through it. Holy cow. Look at the look on Rhino's face as he's checking to see if he's got all his body parts.
Meanwhile, the opposite side.
What's he doing?
Jeff Hardy gonna climb the ladder. Where the hell is he going?
Where is he? This is crazy.
Oh my God!
This is
He's going to the top by the TNA logo.
No way!
Mitchell says
no.
Mitchell says no. Hardy, my God, he's going to be. He's up even higher.
This is absolute. Oh my gosh! That was freaking insane. That was insane!
You want to see freaking insane?
There
You just saw it in slow motion. My God! Meanwhile, action in the ring. Submission applied, camel clutch. Sabu's got Rhino. Wow.
I can't even speak.
You got to catch your breath, D-Dub, because of Monsters Ball. Oh, yeah, that's been everything we expected.
Rhino playing possum right there, flies up with the kendo stick. Sabu thought after he put him through that table, it was unreal, but listen to the crowd.
Yeah.
What they think.
You're damn right it's awesome. They're standing as one here at Bound for Glory. They're chanting, this is awesome, because this Monsters Ball has been off the charts. There goes Rhino, shoulder first into the steel.
I still want to know if Jeff Hardy's all right. I know Abyss has got to be absolutely out of it.
I can see Hardy, but now watch Sabu.
Look at him go.
Triple jump, caught him with the moonsault. Pin, we got to watch this action. 1, 2.
Rhino just able to. You can see Abyss crawling back to the ring.
On his hands and knees, Don.
Oh.
Because he knows he can't be left out of this match. First pin wins it. Here comes the chair. Oh, man.
It makes me wonder that shot that Hardy took, it might have taken more out of him. But I still can't believe he went to the highest point in this building that you could go, and you can see Hardy fighting to his feet.
Another pin attempt in the ring as we saw Hardy make his way back. But Sabu, nope, not able to put Rhino away.
Oh, Abyss right now, he might have an advantage as he's setting up a table. One of the most brutal matches I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, we told you it would be violent. We told you that the levels of brutality would be off the charts. It has been everything we expected. Table position, Sabu with the chair. Oh, and he drilled Abyss with it.
Abyss is, I think, reeling still because he was so focused on that table, he forgot Sabu was right there. Oh, but look at the power. Oh, no.
Put him in midair.
Oh, right on the table.
A table that Sabu had set out earlier. This time he's dropped by the monster, and he went chest first, and he just smashed right through the wood.
Oh, Abyss right now has the advantage.
He's got the tag.
There they are.
The thousands and thousands of thumbtacks.
Oh, man, he just got torn into the table.
What a gore by Rhino. Just folded up, just smashed and broke that table
Oh,
into
what
pieces.
a gore. Right in. I'm telling you, you can't
one of the highest high-risk moves, my God, I've ever seen in my life.
And you know what? He did one from a spot even lower than that, and I thought it was the craziest thing. That was insane.
Hardy gonna follow Rhino up from the middle ropes. Here's the size advantage here. Is he gonna go for the Rhino driver?
Oh, here he goes!
No, not from the middle rope!
Oh, man!
Oh my God! My God, you can break a man's neck like that! Hit him!
1, 2, oh, Sabu, did he get it?
Did he pin him? Did he pin him? Yes, he got it!
The winner of the Monsters Ball, Rhino!
My God, what a spectacle! The Rhino driver off the middle rope. Jeff Hardy. My God, he folded up, Don. It could be very, very serious damage to his head and neck.
Oh, I'll tell you right now, the Rhino driver was too much for him. Rhino able to get in there and listen to this crowd.
It's the only word that describes it. You're right. It was awesome. Guys in the truck, if there's any way we can do it, we're going to take another look at everything that went down here. Oh, Sabu. Look at these high-risk moves from Sabu, taking down Rhino, putting him in the
that right
That's
there.
the one.
That's just unbelievable, and you can see the beating that these guys took in
Look
here.
at this.
There's the Rhino driver.
And there you see it. Rhino gets the pin, and Rhino wins. Monsters Ball.
The following contest is a no disqualification match. About to make his way to the ring, accompanied by James Mitchell. This is the Monster Abyss.
We're going to try and remain focused on this matchup. The Monster Abyss against Sabu, but Don West rejoins me at the broadcast position. Anything you can tell me about the condition of Christopher Daniels?
Just the fact that he wasn't moving at all at that point. He wasn't responding to anything that they were doing. He was breathing fine, wasn't responding. The neck is where they're focusing on right there. That last shot, I think, the chair, which was just so brutal, but Mike, it's pretty serious. There's no doubt about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will endeavor to do everything we can to get you an update on the condition of the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels, whether it's later tonight here at Genesis or check out TNAWrestling.com. Let's get refocused on Abyss and Sabu.
And introducing his opponent from Bombay, this is Sabu.
The familiar ring entrance of Sabu, and he's got the arm covered. You know what that means?
I'll tell you what, you know the barbed wire just freaks Abyss out, and obviously he goes flying out of the ring and he doesn't even have barbed wire on his arm.
How about that?
What a mind game.
And how often do you see Sabu employ mind games? Rarely, if ever, but that time he came out with the arm wrapped in the towel. You know, we've talked about this. It's so amazing that this monster Abyss. Oh, baseball slide kick by Sabu. If there's anything that even takes him out of his game like that barbed wire does, and now Sabu gonna spring off the chair.
Look at that, he just poisons himself on top, and then comes right on top of the monster Abyss. I mean, after what we just witnessed, how brutal that was, it's hard to believe that we come right back with maybe the most brutal match you're gonna see, but that's what these two are all about. They're about violence, and there is no disqualification. Anything goes.
When you mention the names Sabu and Abyss, that's exactly what you think about. The physicality, the brutality, and the sheer violence as Sabu is flung into the steel ring. No disqualifications. Referee Andrew Thomas, TNA management, they say turn these two loose, and that's what you're witnessing here at Genesis.
I'll tell you what, though, I love the way Sabu started. He literally got into the mind of Abyss. Abyss is freaked out when barbed wire is in his sight, and he thought it was coming, and he's not been the same since.
Well, I wish we knew more to the story behind that. James Mitchell, he touched on it slightly. There's something in Abyss's background that makes him react like that when he sees or when he hears about barbed wire.
And you know what? You're so right. I mean, Jim Mitchell didn't even candy coat it. I mean, he knows that this guy is definitely afraid of it. It's like his kryptonite. And he's going to have to do some kind of a job to keep Abyss focused, and it's obviously what he's doing right now.
Power game from 6 feet 8 inches and 350 pounds of this monster with James Mitchell at ringside. Abyss has really turned the match in his favor. Just look at that. I thought it was a choke when we had the camera shot from behind, but as we get the close-up look, we see that Abyss just took his hand and put it directly across the face of Sabu, pulling on his nose. Got 350 pounds behind him in the corner. Mitchell looking on so approvingly from ringside as Sabu gets driven right into the turnbuckle. Again.
One shot right after another. I mean, he's not letting up. There's like 5 of them right there. And you can see Sabu trying to shake off the cobwebs.
Sabu in trouble. Abyss stalking his prey. Positions him in the corner. Sets him up. Here he comes!
Oh, I mean, it's like a charging bull. Oh, you can just see. I mean, it's obviously he clenched his back right there because you can see Sabu grab it.
Just nowhere for Sabu to go at that point once he's positioned in the corner. And you see 350 pounds coming across the ring. You're right. Charging at him like a bull, like an elephant.
Oh, he just busted his face right there.
Repeated shots by the monster Abyss.
Nice shot by Sabu.
You know, oftentimes you've seen this with Sabu through the years. When he sees his own blood, as he has now, with the blood coming down from the nose, it's possibly broken after what we've seen here. Sabu tries to turn it around, but no, Abyss just too much, scooping a slam.
I'll tell you what, it's almost like Abyss now realizes that Sabu doesn't have the barbed wire, and he's fueling on that. And he's using that to his advantage, and it's like he's free, and he knows that that is not going to come into play.
Mitchell from ringside, you might see him positioning and motioning to Abyss to go up top. You don't see him go high risk too often, and it definitely has zero reward as Sabu mounts the comeback.
Oh, what a shot right there. How he catches that Hurricane Rana right on top of Abyss. You got to have strength to send 350 pounds reeling, and that's what he does.
Well, think of the leg strength. To spring off the top rope, come up, wrap your legs around his neck, and then drive him back with the Hurricane Rana. Abyss quickly to his feet, caught him with the boot first, and then...
Oh, man, you could just see him looking at it, know it's coming, trying to get a hand up, and he just smashed the hand right into the head.
And you saw the look on the face of Sabu right after the contact was made with that chair. You can just feel the pain going through his body. Now, Abyss position sandwiches that chair between the top and middle rope. Sabu, oh, a gallant effort this is to fight back against this monster. No luck in the corner, moves out of the way, and Abyss crashes and burns.
I'll tell you what, man, he just went head first, and there he goes, right off the rope, springboards back and uses that leg as needed to knock down the Giant.
Caught him with the leg first, and now Sabu gonna set up the chair. Now springs quickly to the top. Oh, moonsault back, and I think he caught him with the knee right in the face.
I'll tell you what, man, he did. He
Bad landing, though.
Bad landing, you could see he caught his knee right there, but he had those boots just raked the face there of Abyss, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough force.
That was the key. That's why he only got the 2 count.
Get out of my fucking way.
Sabu out to the floor. Got a table here positioned around ringside. Go. Look out for Abyss coming around the corner. Now gonna roll him back into the ring.
Tell you what, he thought he had a shot there to get him on that table, but it didn't work. Man, that's a shot right there by Sabu. Man, that was brutal. That was forcing. Look at him just waiting. Oh, man! That was awesome!
That was an improv move, wasn't it? He had the steel chair. He decided and he saw that the ring ropes were in his way. Instead, the big leg drop and Abyss goes right through the table. Can we get another look at this one, guys?
I mean, he catches his head perfectly right there. Look at this. Oh, man!
Wow.
Like you said, improv, but I mean, you got to see that and make the move that quickly, or else you hit it by yourself. Wow, what a shot there by Sabu.
That really is the key to the success of Sabu there. Throwing the chair down, driving all of his force behind the leg drop. The face of Abyss directly through the table. Wow.
Abyss.
They have now Mitchell.
Oh, he's got his bag of tacks. I can see it right
Is that what it
there.
is? Oh, no, not the thousands and thousands of thumbtacks.
I mean, he's tried to get these things in play here for a while here lately. Not been able to, but he's got him in his hand, and the crowd knows what can happen there. But right here in front
Do you see this? Sabu just picked up the chair.
No, it's not just
Oh, my
any
God!
chair.
You're not kidding,
Look
it's
at
not.
this chair. He's got it right in front of
It's
us.
wrapped in barbed wire.
Oh, no.
Abyss spreading out the tacks, has no idea. We know of his aversion to the barbed wire.
Look at the, there it is.
Mitchell from outside using his cane to hook the chair and prevent Sabu from using it as a weapon.
Oh, I'll tell you what, then you got the tacks already laid out in the middle of the ring. Oh, no, this could backfire on Sabu right here, but look at him fight back.
I don't think Abyss has any idea that the chair with the barbed wire's in the ring. Clothesline, oh, precariously, almost on the point of going back first into those thumbtacks. He's got him rocked, gonna try a third time. Oh,
What a shot right there by Abyss. He just catches him again in his busted nose.
no.
Oh, no, he's got him.
No!
Snaps him right in there. Yikes. Oh, look at that. And Sabu is just reeling from the pain.
The choke slam. And think of this, Don. It's 350 pounds behind this, too. How did he do it? How did he do it?
He had to literally apply his back into the tax floor to kick out of that.
Think of that 350 pounds behind it, and he drove him down back first into the tax. Miraculous that Sabu was able to kick out. No, and he's just laying back first with those tacks, puncturing his back. No!
Oh, he kicks out of the way.
Frog splash, and he went right into the tacks.
I'll tell you what, look at them stuck in the elbow right there. He's lucky he had the shirt on.
Sabu springs back and caught him with a shot.
Again, great impact.
Back first again into the tacks. 10, 2.
I mean, everywhere you lay right there in the ring, there's tags. And look at him pulling them out of his hands. He just look at that. What pain he's got to be in right here. As a miss, what's he gonna do?
Sabu, and you can see his back. All the wounds from those tacks and fighting through the pain, you're right, Don. And then following up his offensive. Gonna go for the camel clutch.
And just pulling back on it with everything he's worth. Oh, he's trying to get there, and you can see Mitchell could do it. He would give him that rope, but he can't.
No.
And he's just holding
His
on.
hand so close, and
Oh, he
Abyss
got
makes it. Wow. Patented submission move of Sabu. Taught to him by his late uncle, the famous Sheik. And now, the chair wrapped in barbed wire. Sabu brings it to the middle of the ring.
You can see the look on Andrew Thomas's face as he just see that barbed wire chair. Oh no, Abyss has him.
No. Up.
No.
He's
No, he
Sabu
fights
him
off.
Wow. Don't need to see
Oh,
that.
wait a minute. Oh, black hole slam right into the barbed wire. Oh, man. Oh, man. It's got to be over. Throw a white towel in there.
The winner of the match, the Monster of Mix.
Oh, look at this. The black hole slam. The 350 pounds behind the move as his back gets shredded by the barbed wire.
Be careful. Here's a replay. Look at the force. Right into the barbed wire. Oh, my God.
Wow. My God, what a brutal
I tell you what, in
spectacle
the ring
this
right now,
is.
if you can show, Mitchell's talking to Abyss. If we can get a camera on him. Mitchell's talking to Abyss right now, trying to talk him into hitting him with the chair.
And Abyss wants nothing to do with it because it's wrapped in the barbed wire. It still freaked him out. The barbed wire freaked out Abyss. Coming up next in Genesis, the X Division Championship matchup. Wow.
is a no-ropes barbed wire massacre. About to make his way to the ring accompanied by James Mitchell. This is Abyss.
For the past 3 months on pay-per-view, Abyss and Sabu have squared off against each other. From no disqualification matches to the unforgettable Monsters Ball, they battled at Unbreakable, Bound for Glory, and Genesis pay-per-view. And while the brutality was off the charts in all 3 bouts, the violence factor gets raised to another level. Tonight at Turning Point, it's TNA's first ever barbed wire massacre.
And ladies and gentlemen, introducing his opponent from Bombay, this is Sabu.
Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to putting your body on the line, when it comes to shutting out the pain, or using the pain as a motivational weapon, no one does it like the homicidal, suicidal, the genocidal Sabu. And look at the monster Abyss, already on the attack, not even allowing Sabu to get in the ring. And Don, we have seen this situation with the monster Abyss play out over the course of the past couple of weeks as Sabu has, wow, a barbed wire baseball bat that he took a shot at him with, and it got stuck in the barbed wire ropes. We've seen Abyss fight through the fear, and he's inside the 6-sided ring surrounded by the barbed wire ropes. Plus there's barbed wire boards around ringside.
I'll tell you what, I like how Abyss came right out and attacked Sabu. A match that Sabu has an advantage because he's done it so many times.
Exactly right.
You saw right there with the bat how it's stuck in the barbed wire. Think about your flesh sticking in that. Think about your arms, your legs. If they can tangle up that with the force, when the body goes into that, the damage sometimes can be irreparable. And I will tell you this. Totally wicked.
What a shot, my God! Steel chair shot. Sabu fired it right into the face, right into the head, and there's another one on the top of the head of this 6'8", 350-pound monster. What Sabu gonna do is bring up the chin.
Oh, he catches him. Abyss going out, but he breaks it back to the
Pin,
ring.
2, no. Oh my God!
Caught him right in it.
He tossed him off the pin attempt right into the barbed wire. You see James Mitchell at ringside. He loves every second of it. Sabu caught. Wow, his arm wrapped right in the barbed wire. Look at the referee, Rudy Charles. He's got a protective uniform. He's got combat boots. He's got SWAT team pants, a long sleeve shirt. He's got gloves. Boy, he came prepared.
You can see already what kind of an effect the barbed wire can have immediately. And he goes right in it. Now Abyss goes right there for a chokehold. Anything he can to take the breath out of him. But you know Abyss doesn't want to go for a pin at this point. He wants to inflict damage. He wants to beat Sabu in his own game because Sabu has been terrorizing him with the barbed wire time after time after
Look
time.
out!
Oh no, he's just fighting back.
Abyss has Sabu. Gonna try and take him face first into the barbed wire, but you're right, Sabu does fight back. And Abyss now grabs onto the barbed wire just to prevent his head from going right in to that very unforgiving barbed wire rope.
You also got to consider Sabu's out there wrestling with a broken nose. Where Abyss caught him with a forearm in a brawl they had a few weeks ago when they brawled outside of the building. But I'm going to tell you something. Pain is not an option. Pain is not anything you can allow to affect you in this match, because if you do, you will lose it. This is the kind of match you have to block out everything but your task at hand.
Don, we promised you on Impact, ladies and gentlemen, this would not be like any other wrestling promotion that has advertised barbed wire matches. Oh my God! And you see an example of it there. Oh my God, his neck, he's stuck right in the barbed wire. Abyss took him high overhead and dropped him right across the barbed wire.
You can see right there Sabu trying to pull himself out of it. And it just snipped so early when JB took that apple around it. Oh, now he had to go do whatever he had to do, and look at this.
You're right, anything, just to extricate himself from the barbed wire. And now he's got an object. What does he have, Don?
I don't know, but he's going right there, right in Abyss, and just grinding it in the arm, just breaking the blood and breaking it out. Oh man, Sabu had that somewhere hidden in his belt there, or his trousers, and he pulls it. I can't quite see what it is, but obviously it's sharp enough to draw blood.
God, and again, Sabu on the attack with that weapon, whatever it is, he's driving it into the arm. Oh, the monster Abyss, and he does so again. It's just amazing. We've seen Abyss overcome the fear of barbed wire. You heard from James Mitchell earlier. You heard during the pre-show. Something in Abyss's past that triggered that reluctance to go anywhere near the barbed wire, but Mitchell has helped him face his fear. Sabu, steel chair, position.
Here he comes! Oh, God! Abyss gets out of the way, and then Sabu is getting himself caught time and time again. He's already ripped his pants right there. We got to see a replay there.
Oh, if there's any chance, let's take another look at this off the chair.
Oh, man! Ow! There's nowhere you can run. There's nowhere you can hide. It can't be avoided, Mike.
Sabu in such severe pain, and Don, we mentioned this earlier. If there's any individual that can fight through that pain or use the pain as a motivational tool, look at the arm of Abyss, the blood streaming out of it, that has to be Sabu. Substantial height and weight advantage for this 6'8", 350-pound monster. I almost think it's countered by the experience edge of Sabu, particular his history in barbed wire matches over in Japan.
Well, it's obvious he can fight through the pain. I mean, but the part that I'm realizing is, as the match goes, you have nowhere to go. You forget almost that it's there. Of course, right into the barbed wire. That is just
fight through the pain of this. Let's take another look at this. Abyss charges across. Here he comes right into your living room, and he's dropped toe hold by Sabu and goes right into the barbed wire, and there's a steel chair shot.
I tell you what, I'm amazed at how well they put this barbed wire up. As you can see, it's not budging at all as they hit it. It just rolls right in on them, and there's nowhere for him to go, as it's now become a bloody mess. You can see there, Sabu trying to get some kind of momentum and realize he's got nothing to bounce off of.
Big clubbing blow to the top of the head by the monster Abyss. It just dropped. It stopped Sabu in his tracks. Sabu back up to his feet. He's caught. Could be a choke slam.
Oh! Right on the chair.
Back first into the steel chair. Pin attempt. 2. No.
I mean, think about that. Not only did Sabu had to feel the pain of the barbed wire. Looking right there, James Mitchell threw in that barbed wire chair. And Abyss, who before would never even touch the likes of that, now he's got over his fear and he sets it up right on top of Sabu.
Oh no. Now what's he gonna do? Chair
man.
right across the chest and face of Sabu.
He's got nowhere to bounce
You can't spring off the rope.
Oh, what a counter by Sabu. Right where it hurts the most. Oh, man.
Abyss thought that he had weakened Sabu sufficiently to try that move, but no, Sabu was able to position the chair. Yes, it's wrapped in barbed wire. Oh, God, he hit him in the head with it.
Look at the blood on the arm of Abyss. Sabu showing no mercy, goes back and hits him on the head again. On the head again. Oh, this is just brutal, folks. I can't even describe what I'm seeing.
What you're seeing, Don, is one of the most physically violent spectacles in the history of pay-per-view wrestling. And TNA is presenting it to you in this barbed wire massacre. Watch Sabu spring off the chair.
He goes over! Unbelievable! Over the top of the barbed wire, onto Abyss, somehow poisoned there. Wow!
Yes, they are on their feet in the impact zone. The TNA chants.
Look at this!
Sabu.
Look what Sabu's
He's got. Oh no! He's got that big 4x8 sheet of plywood with the barbed wire wrapped all over it, and he tossed it into the ring. What does he have in store?
Oh man, I mean this is just, they're now just feeding off on each other. He kind of thought Abyss was out of it a little bit. He turned right into a boot right there by Abyss. Oh, right on top of it again. Look at that, Mike. That's a way to get you back in the ring.
The front suplex by Abyss, draping Sabu. Yes, my God, body first across that barbed wire. He's just hanging. Let's take another look.
Again, you can see it as he drapes him, and he's still stuck on the top of the barbed wire. Look at him. Just the blood, the pain, the gore. Oh,
able to fight it off. Now charges. My God! Stomach first into the barbed wire. His entire body is stuck in the barbed wire board.
Oh, this is just too much to watch. Look at this again. Oh, man, there's no way to avoid it. No way to avoid it.
My God, we've never seen anything like this in TNA. Ladies and gentlemen, I trust you've never seen anything like this barbed wire massacre on pay-per-view before, as now Abyss brings, yes, the barbed wire board, another plywood sheet inside the ring.
This, Mike, I've never seen so much barbed wire in so short of a space, so small of a space, and it just gets worse and worse as Abyss is setting this thing up, and you can just, your mind can visually already picture what it would look like if somebody goes in that, and it's just, it's hard to describe.
Now Sabu up to his feet, going to try and mount an offensive here. After everything that he's gone through, quickly reversed off, puts on the brace. Whoa!
Well, you got to give Sabu credit. Oh, look at that! He pushed the ref out of the way, and Abyss goes face first, body first, right into the barbed wire table. He's stuck there. He's stuck into it. And you can see Mitchell screaming at him, but what can Abyss do?
Nothing. You're right, Don. He's got nowhere to go because he's stuck right against that barbed wire board.
Oh, he kicked on top of the other. Oh, man.
He's sandwiched between them. Pin,
Oh, please, somebody end it.
The winner of Barbed Wire Massacre, Sabu.
My word, a picture's worth 1,000 words right there. There is just no way to describe what we've seen as the crowd yelling Sabu has won. He took so much. Oh my, somebody get that off of him.
he's stuck, Don. He's sandwiched in between the barbed wire boards. And look at Sabu putting the boots to him after he's already won the barbed wire massacre.
It's just emotion right now. It's adrenaline. They're both hurt. You can see the blood pouring out of Sabu's face. Oh man, Abyss, I can't even imagine what he's going through underneath there. That sandwich of barbed wire. Oh man, here's some more. Oh, that's when he went off the chair, caught his leg. Then you saw the drop toe hold. Face first hitting the barbed wire.
Now you see the monster Abyss just draping Sabu, hanging him over the top strand of barbed wire. Abyss came back, dropped him stomach first across the board. But then the monster Abyss went crashing into one board, and yes, Sabu took advantage to gain the win, to gain the victory in the barbed wire massacre. And they're still cutting him loose. Look at the blood pouring out of the arm, out of the body of the monster Abyss.
As you hear the crowd showing their support, they know they've seen a valiant effort by two warriors. But I'm telling you what, I don't even know if I can look at that shot of Sabu going on top of him in that sandwich of barbed wire that he was in. Mike, this has been unlike anything that we've ever seen. That's as brutal as it gets, isn't it, Professor?
Boy, it sure is, Don. It's like nothing that we've ever seen before in TNA. It's like nothing that we've ever seen before in professional wrestling. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the X Division Championship contest. It is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the challenger from Bombay, India, Sabu!
I've been waiting for this moment. Thinking about this matchup, we called it kind of a dream match in the pre-show. But who better than two guys that would sacrifice their bodies for anything? Two guys that were as unpredictable as any we've ever seen to meet up for it all on the line.
Homicidal, suicidal, genocidal. The challenger Sabu in the ring.
And his opponent is the X Division champion. He is the undefeated Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe!
Oh, that look on his face. That cold-blooded stare tells the story. Think of the parallels between these two individuals. In essence, Sabu in the decade of the 1990s, certainly a trendsetter, certainly a wrestler who, Don, as you mentioned, not afraid to put his body on the line to show everyone what no limits means. Think of this decade, think of the 2000s, and think of how Samoa Joe has been a trailblazer in the X Division. I see some very interesting parallels between these two, and now, for the first time ever, they're going to square off one-on-one, and the prestige of the X Division Championship at stake. Sabu brought the steel chair into the 6 sides, fired it right at Samoa Joe, but he was able to avoid it. And look at Sabu go right to the offensive, gonna apply the camel clutch. That's the patented move of his late uncle, the famous Sheik, and he's got it hooked on.
I'll tell you, you look at Sabu, and we've talked about it so many times. You can see the battle scars. You can see the wars he's been through. That's why seeing him out there with a broken arm doesn't even faze you, because you know it wouldn't matter to Sabu. This guy can play through pain. He wears those scars like badges of honor.
You're right, Don. Also, not only the steel chair that he brings to the ring, but you see his arm encased in the cast. I understand it was recently broken in a match in Mexico. Pin attempt, wow, barely a 1 count on Samoa Joe. You think a broken arm is going to stop Sabu from competing for the X Division title? Hardly.
This is a person that, you know, when you think about all the different matches that Joe has had, all the people that have tried to pin him, that have tried to make him submit, and then you look at a guy like Sabu, somebody who is so hard to prepare for. I mean, how do you plan to go into a match with somebody who's suicidal, homicidal, and genocidal? I mean, this man puts his body on the line every single day he gets up out of bed.
Think about this also at the same time. Samoa Joe, known for the muscle buster, known for the coquina clutch, that rear naked choke that's gained him so many victories via submission. Will Sabu tap out? Will Sabu submit if Samoa Joe is able to get the coquina clutch applied?
The thing about making somebody submit is the pain is so searing. The pain is so bad that you can't take it anymore and you tap out. But you're looking at a man who lives with pain 24 hours a day. I don't know that you can make Sabu tap out. I don't know that he's ever tapped out.
The forehead of Sabu has been busted open. You see the blood pouring out of his head.
Well, we talk about how unforgiving that steel cage is, and that shows you right there. That was like hitting a cheese grater. Oh, it's busted.
Samoa Joe took him and just shot him face first right into the steel. The series of kicks now off the rope. Oh, drops the knee. 280 plus pounds behind that knee.
One thing though that Samoa Joe has, he just has that size, that power, and that will to win. I mean, he'll do anything for you to get the win. He has no compassion at all. And it doesn't matter to him that Sabu is a warrior. It doesn't matter to him that Sabu has done just about anything possible you can do in a ring. As far as Joe's concerned, he's just the next one on the list.
Chair positioned by Sabu. Now springs off of it and nail Samoa Joe in the corner.
What he's doing right now with that arm, he's just putting it, it doesn't matter. He's just putting it aside. Oh, he brings the chair right down on the head there of Samoa Joe.
With the leg drop at the same time, and Samoa Joe going to try and roll out of the way to avoid any further pain or punishment. Sabu, check this out. Springs up. Oh! Caught him with the leg drop.
And you know what? It was almost like he changed directions in midair. He got up there and the rope, realized he was off kilter, and he just shot himself over. And it looked like it cost him a little bit because he caught right on his spine, but he was able to connect with that leg right down the face of Joe.
Almost as if he improvised right in mid-move to connect with that leg drop.
Oh, wait a minute, he's got the spike.
No, he got the spike in his hand. And Samoa Joe going to try and use his power and his strength here to fight it off. Sabu!
Oh, look how close
it is!
Oh, man!
Arm breaker applied!
Oh, look at the referee slick dodge and trying to get it out of his hand, and he does.
He's
Pretty
successful.
bold on his part.
He's called the Samoan submission machine, and you see Sabu actually has the perfect counter to that cross arm breaker. The submission armbar applied.
I mean, how do you prepare for a person like Sabu? Out of nowhere comes the spike. I mean, Joe had to be looking up going, what on earth was this?
And how about Samoa Joe? The broken arm of Sabu, of course, that's the arm that he's going to target to put the submission hold on.
I can't blame him for that. If a man's going to walk into the ring with a cast, that is a bullseye. That is a target. He's just pulling on it right there. And then stomping on his head.
That's right, rings out the arm.
Oh,
and then he drives down. Oh, man. All of his pressure behind that.
Oh, you can see Sabu right now holding on to it. Samoa Joe will go right at, if he sees any kind of a weakness whatsoever, and I can't blame him after looking down at a spike about a millimeter from my eyeball. I'd go after that broken arm too at that point.
Check out the arm of Sabu, that close-up shot that we just had, as you saw the torque and the pressure being applied by Samoa Joe. The challenger back up to his feet, series of shots, and a drop kick took him down.
Sabu, just be amazed to see how he can get back on his feet after things happen to him. And you see him right now going up top. Samoa Joe going up there with him.
The two men battling up on the top rope using the cage. Oh, and he just took that broken arm and drove it right into the steel.
Oh, all the way from the top. He just smashes his head against the mat.
Wow, Samoan cutter off the top pin.
1, 2. Oh, just barely got the shoulder up.
Whoa.
Barely.
From the very outset of this lockdown pay-per-view, we've told you, Don, how yes, championships, bodies, careers on the line. And yes, this is an X Division title match, but I mean, just think of these two competitors. There's no way that they're going to be able to be the same after competing inside the 6 sides of steel. What a brutal matchup this has been.
No, the steel cage does. It changes you. You don't only get scarred physically. You get scarred emotionally. You get scarred on the inside. He's got the muscle buster. They're going to hit it. Oh, he nails it.
Muscle buster.
1, 2, 3.
Ray keeps the title.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still X Division champion, Samoa Joe!
Oh, he keeps the gold. He hit his patented move. He dropped him with the muscle buster, and yes, he pinned him. 1, 2, 3. He's still undefeated one-on-one, 10+ months. No one has pinned Samoa Joe. No one has forced him to submit.
I think that the pain in the arm, the broken arm, was just too much for Sabu to handle. And Samoa Joe exploited it. You could tell he exploited it. I mean, every chance he had. And again, once he was looking down at a spike, I don't blame him right there.
How about that shot at the cameraman by Sabu? As we see the replay look, caught him in the corner with the leg. You talked about the spike. Here it is on display. Look how close it came to the head and the face of Samoa Joe. Caught him with the muscle buster.
And here it was. It was just too much right there for Sabu. He just didn't have the strength. I give him credit for the heart that he had to get in there. Not enough, though, for the Samoan.
Samoa Joe remains X Division champ.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event. One fall, your referee, senior official, John Finnegan.
The TNA World Heavyweight Champion, RVD, Rob Van Dam, accompanied by Bill Alfonso, and with some interesting pre-match comments between RVD and Alfonso as it relates.
Yeah, they were interesting,
As it relates to the man that RVD is going to face, Sabu. I mean, Alfonso, right in the middle of this situation. You talk about his history.
Bill Alfonso, first of all, the whistle, I'm just getting nightmares right now, hear the whistle. Many years, this man, Bill Alfonso, managed me. It was a big part of my success. And I kind of inadvertently was in the middle of this whole thing with Van Dam and Sabu back in the day. So to me, this match is just so cool, not just to get to watch as a fan, but to get the call as a commentator. Bill Alfonso, what's he going to do here? He's going to manage both.
That's what he said. He said he's going to manage right down the middle.
Well, that's just right down the middle, Daddy. That's how I was going to say. We got to say it right. But Bill Alfonso has done this before, meaning that he's managed both Van Dam and Sabu at the same time. Bill Alfonso's multitasking, my man.
Between Sabu, RVD, touched on as well earlier, goes back to their original training days. Both trained by Sabu's uncle, the original fire-throwing Sheik.
To me, it's just awesome to see Sabu. I mean, my career wouldn't be where it is if it wasn't for competing against this guy when I did.
This match is a non-title match. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, he is the manager of champions, the man who calls it right down the middle, Mr. Bill Alfonso. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first in the corner to my left, from Bombay, Michigan, he is homicidal, he is suicidal, he is genocidal, this is Sabu! And his opponent to my right, from Battle Creek, Michigan, he is the whole effing show, Rob Van Dam!
Kind of weird to see Sabu without that long hair he used to have. For those who haven't realized, Sabu shaved his head. You know, all the matches I've had with Sabu, never wrestled him with no hair in his head. I might have lost more. I used to use his hair as a weapon a lot of times, to be honest with you.
Senior official John Finnegan calls for the bell.
Well, the patented leg dive. Sabu always tries to catch his opponent quick with that. Well, if anybody, any wrestlers today know each other better than two guys, it's these two guys. They know each other better than each other, better than anybody else. That's my point. You got it?
As we touched on earlier, back to those original training days. Man that was U.S. champion for decades. Based in Detroit, Michigan, nobody had the aura of the Sheik, Sabu's uncle.
Oh, absolutely. I've had the opportunity to meet the legendary original Sheik, Sabu's uncle, and I know Rob Van Dam has just loads of respect he had for the Sheik. And the respect that Van Dam has for Sabu, in my years knowing both these men, the conversations I've had with them, the way Rob has always kind of looked up to Sabu. He always did, always. You know, and first time back then in the original promotion, in our first live pay-per-view, Sabu and I had the opportunity to face each other. And Van Dam kind of injected himself in the match at the end, and Bill Alfonso turned on me, and next thing I know, they're all beating the hell out of me. What's up with that?
Part of that great history that we have been talking about throughout this Hardcore Justice pay-per-view event. originally scheduled to be RVD and Jerry Lynn. We told you earlier the severe back injury that was suffered by Jerry Lynn in training, preventing him from even getting on an airplane and flying down to Orlando, Florida for the match. And RVD and Sabu, that's turning a real negative into a tremendous positive.
Well, I think it's phenomenal. I mean, I feel really bad for Jerry Lynn. I'm a huge fan of his work, always have been. And I know Jerry's a competitor. It's got to be eating him up that he can't do this. But I'm sure Jerry's watching this and loving this match here already between Sabu and Rob Van Dam.
Went for the drop kick to try and take out the leg and the knee of RVD. And both men stand at the ready, and you can just tell that RVD happy with what he accomplished as he was one step ahead of Sabu, and there's the famous Sabu pose. So Alfonso slides the chair in the middle.
But to who?
Well, directly in the middle. Tug of war with the steel chair.
Uh-oh, watch out.
Oh, possession, Sabu. And he throws it with authority right in the face of Van Dam. One of his patented moves, climbs the chair.
Oh, rocks. Right back into the chair.
Sabu to try and take advantage.
You know, be careful out there, Rob, because Sabu will come out and soar and fly into your body. Oh!
Stunning drop kick. And the impact of the drop kick sends Van Dam over the guardrail and into the crowd.
Here we go, baby. Classic Sabu. I've been on the end of that thing. I'd rather be sitting here.
Well, Sabu can still fly, can he?
You ain't kidding. Well, we heard some of the TNA superstars talk about their reaction to what we did back in the original promotion. And Jesse Neal said it best, in my opinion. He said, what we did back then wasn't like the other promotions were doing, and that was by design. We were an alternative, and that's exactly what extreme athletes like these two guys here, Sabu and Van Dam, bring. Look at that. Springboard right into Van Dam goes Sabu. We were different. Again, an alternative by design. The big companies went left, we went right. They went right, we went left.
And that's what we're celebrating tonight.
Yep.
Difficult to see, but one would anticipate. There's the shot there of the reverse chin lock, so close to the camel clutch.
That's exactly what it is, and he always, Sabu usually traps one arm. And again,
oh, that camel clutch, a move that was made famous by his uncle, the Sheik, and now using the camel clutch with the chair across the back of Van Dam.
Yeah, you know, Sabu is he's a vicious competitor, very rugged, fleet-footed, you know, very quick competitor, and can sustain so much punishment. I'm telling you, I hate this. I've hit Sabu with so many different types of suplexes over the years, and the guy just gets up. It's amazing the punishment he can take. Now the TNA World Heavyweight Champion Van Dam dishing out. Look at the back of Sabu's head. Split open the back of his head somewhere.
How about RVD catching Sabu off guard? Drop kick of the chair. Sabu in trouble. Rolls into the corner. Monkey flip out of that corner.
Well, just the elbow. The elbow of Sabu. I think the intent was for the spine of Sabu to hit that chair in the monkey flip. The elbow, that might be worse.
I was just going to say, think of the pain that's got to be shooting through his arm.
Watch yourself. Oh, man. Look at the Sabu's elbow swelled up already.
Van Dam on top for the cover.
Way to break your elbow, getting monkey flipped on a steel chair, I'll tell you that.
Just no defense for it. There's no way to prepare for something like that. Sabu, the quick reversal, sends Van Dam into the corner. Gets the impact going by springing off the ropes with a clothesline that decks RVD.
Great timing by Sabu.
Here we go, on top for the pin. Bill Alfonso shouting out the instructions to both Rob Van Dam and Sabu. As Sabu continues the offense, strikes in the corner. There goes Van Dam. Both men at the same time had the same thought.
Exactly what happened. It was like at the exact same time. They sprung off at the same time.
I mean, that's got to go back to training together.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. That's exactly what it is. This could be the turning point in the match here, Mike. Now Bill Alfonso's in the ring. What the hell? So, water break.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Right down the middle. That's it there. Bill Alfonso said, right down the middle, Daddy.
Little mid-match break.
Sometimes you need a little, water. Wait a minute, they're both rushing to get.
Well, both RVD, Sabu, they've been hydrated. And
they've been hydrated. Nice. That was good.
And we talked earlier about same idea at the same time. Oh, mirror images now.
Oh, a low blow right there by the TNA World Champ. Out of that lockup. That was smart. How quick is Van Dam?
That's just too
how
much.
Fast his feet off.
Just that one fluid motion, quickly up to the apron, extends the leg, connects with the kick.
Awesome athlete, tremendous flexibility and power in Van Dam's lower body. Insane power in those legs. You get kicked by Van Dam, it's like getting hit by something that hurts.
Come on, no! Oh! Front suplex. Van Dam hanging Sabu on the guardrail.
Sabu's just sitting there. Better watch this leg drop, buddy. Yeah, I can see. I've been there. You can see what that was going to be.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that one's not much fun either.
No, that's a corkscrew leg drop while you're hanging over a steel guardrail.
And Alfonso right in the ear of Sabu. And Van Dam has positioned Sabu on the table.
Nice catch.
Yeah, Alfonso with the steel chair into RVD.
Now what? Oh! Yeah! Oh my God!
Slingshot leg drop directly onto the chair that was placed on Sabu's chest.
Oh, you could just feel the physicality. Let's take another look here. Watch the steel chair. How it just bam right across the throat and sternum.
Watch this back live. 2 count only, says Finnegan on the pin attempt by Van Dam. Sabu fired off into the corner, but quickly turns it around. Reverses it on Van Dam and then gets caught with the elbow as he charges in.
Yeah, those quick hands. Van Dam able to get that elbow in the face of Sabu. Well, watch this. Oh, God, right in the skull. What a big part of this match that Bill Alfonso is playing in this thing here. For both sides, it really is.
Can't really say he's favoring one guy over the other.
Oh my God.
Jumps into the air, springs off the ropes, snaps out the Hurricane Rana, and Van Dam goes flying into the chair.
Arabian face buster. That might be it. Wait, look at the left shot. Oh, he almost had it. Whew. Yeah, he still got it, all right. He never lost it.
Back to the camel clutch.
Perfect time. Consummate pro, a veteran. Go for that submission when you know you got the man hurt.
With the fans' response of "you still got it," you think the longer this match goes, it would be advantage Van Dam because of the schedule he's had as of late as he catches Sabu.
Could be. I mean, Sabu seems to be in tremendous ring shape, even though right there he just got his face smashed into that chair. Where's Sabu's bleeding from? The back of his head, or if it's an ear? The back of his head, right?
Checking on the back of his head. Looks like he's also checking to see if his nose may be broken. Sabu trying to fight it off, but to no avail. He gets crushed on the top rope by Van Dam.
Look at that right hand, how quick that was. Oh, wait. You know what? I think this is an old school move that Van Dam told me he was going to pull out. Pulls it the Van Assassin. Yeah, I think that's what this is going to be here. Oh!
Alfonso holding the chair. He drives it right into Sabu's face and head.
Man, assassin, he almost assassinated Sabu.
Sabu rolls in, tries to roll out. Van Dam cuts him off. Gonna go split leg. Moonsault out of the money. He's got him. Pin. Just two again. Amazing series of near falls between these two competitors
Big
in
time.
a hardcore justice main event.
Major league toughness by Sabu, able to kick out that split-legged moonsault. That's the table that both Van Dam and Sabu tried to incorporate earlier at the same time.
Gives Sabu an opportunity to recover here, Taz.
Yeah, Van Dam doesn't see it. Oh!
Watch out!
Oh, my God. Oh, God. That was
sick.
Freaking nasty.
Double leg drop. Goes for the pin, but Finnegan sees that.
Yeah, referee John Finnegan making sure it's legal. It's been chairs, tables. Good job, Johnny! Little nuances of refereeing.
Double sledge, follow-up shots in the corner.
But you know, that's how it was back then, you know? In the original promotion, that's how it was. There was like no rules to anything. We just kind of went crazy. Referees just counted the pinfall or submission, to be frank with you.
Referees just turned them loose.
Now what? Rolling Thunder.
Ow!
Man, now you can see the anguish, the pain that Sabu's in. He might have cracked a rib.
And what about Van Dam's back?
Yeah, that was nasty, man. He might have caught it right in the sternum. But you're right, Van Dam's back.
Quickly rolls
for win, go for win.
Boy, both of these individuals just fighting through the fatigue at this point.
Yeah, you can just, it's just heavy-duty, massive physicality. Like, this is how it was night after night. I mean, this is what it was all the time. You know, it didn't matter if there was 100 people in the audience or 1,000 people in the audience. That was, you know, we talk about the work ethic, the passion, the desire. That's what it was from.
It's the words that you used right at the top of this broadcast.
Nobody was mailing it in, man.
Drop kick into the chair, pulls him back to the middle, and whoa, that one was close.
And what it was competitive in the locker room. We tried to outdo each other match after match after match. Especially myself and these two guys had a lot of competitive things going on. Shane Douglas, arguably one of the greatest ECW World Champions of all time. I mean, him and I had a series of competitive things going on too, where we wanted to outdo each other. That's what made the promotion so cool. You tried to outdo each other, but yet it was a team attitude.
Sabu springs off the rope. Almighty. Twisting DDT. Head first goes Van Dam right into the chair. Could this be enough?
That might be enough.
Sabu for the cover. Finnegan counts 2. Sabu, multi-time world champ in the original era, defeating Shane Douglas for the title one time, Terry Funk the other, as he goes airborne. Oh,
God. And Van Dam has just been drilled several times, somehow, some way, with a chair near his face and head.
Leg drop in the chair, arm extended and draped over the chest of Van Dam, and again 2.
And you know, look, Van Dam's got to defend his TNA World title in 4 days on Spike TV and a whole effing show against the Monster Abyss in the Stairway to Janice match. That sick weapon that Abyss has.
I mean, that's just one of the things you concentrate on a night like this, and you don't take into account the schedule that Van Dam has had. Appearing on Impact this past Thursday, like Taz says, what he's got lined up with Abyss. That time, he just got out of the way.
Oh, watch Van Dam.
Oh, 5-star off the top.
Hook in the head, got a cradle, he's got a cradle there. What a match.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the match, the whole effing show, Rob Van Dam!
Unbelievable series of near falls back and forth. The tide and the momentum changed repeatedly throughout this match, but the 5-star frog splash of RVD, the TNA World Heavyweight Champ, it proves the difference, Taz.
Absolutely. I mean, you want something that's physical. You want bodies getting smashed and drilled. Sabu and Van Dam brought it big time. Good God, Sabu has not missed a beat. That was awesome outing by Sabu. Rob Van Dam, TNA World Champion. He's got to deal with Abyss, man. This Thursday night on Spike TV. Whole effing show.
And that's, I'm sure, a question that we're going to be asking this Thursday night, the whole effing show, the Impact version on Spike TV, when RVD faces the Monster Abyss in that Stairway to Janice matchup. We're going to be wondering how this match is going to impact his performance just days later.
Well, that remains to be seen, but right now, an excellent victory over a friend, and I guess you could say rival, the great Sabu. Well, Alfonso, he said he's going to call it right down the middle. He managed both men. He's running around like a psycho. That's pretty cool to see. Still hurting. You see Sabu still hurting.
But he insisted on making sure that he raised the hand of RVD in victory.
Matches you thought you'd never see, but you're about to see it. Called many of Sabu's matches back in ECW, and I can tell you that you won't find a tougher, harder man walking the face of the earth than Sabu.
Sabu in many ways revolutionized the wrestling business in the 90s. Opened the door for people like the Lucha Brothers.
The original Sheik trained Sabu and Rob Van Dam. As he steps inside the ring. One more arrival to go.
Rob Van Dam! The whole effing show! Rob Van Dam! The whole effing show! Van Daminator! Van Terminator! Van Crushinator! Van Assassinator!
It was first reported by the Sporting News. Rob Van Dam is here to stay with Impact Wrestling. He makes his next appearance Monday, April 29th. The night after Rebellion in Toronto. He's a former Impact Wrestling X Division champion. He's a former Impact Wrestling World Champion. A former WWE champion. And a former ECW World Heavyweight Champion.
I went through a lot of wars with Rob Van Dam and ECW. Various guys I managed were never able to come out on top. That's the kind of athlete that Rob Van Dam is, Josh. Almost called you Joey. It's old home week here. Rob looks great. Big, powerful legs on Rob Van Dam.
So it's RVD and Sabu. They trained together in Michigan. Rob from Battle Creek, Michigan. New Jersey split down the middle.
I'll say this about Sabu from my time with him. Sabu does not like luchadors.
Right in the face of Van Dam.
Rob might ask him to pick a hand any second here. Oh, yeah. Rob is double tough. He's not just a great athlete. You don't step to Rob Van Dam and not expect to get it shoved right back in your face.
No one's touched. And a "This is awesome" chant.
Oof. Uh-oh, he's getting serious.
And Sabu intervenes. Here comes Phoenix, and the fight is on. The Extreme Dream Tag Team match. Van Dam ducks in a standoff between all four men.
Some things never change. New York, New Jersey, still ECW country, Josh.
And the Lucha Brothers, don't turn your backs on them. These two can fly. Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix. Van Dam and Sabu avoid.
Yeah, veteran move there, and Sabu now pulling Penta onto the floor. Rob doing the same with Phoenix.
Right here in front of us, we'll stick with, oh, and Sabu with the chair. Van Dam trying to stay close with Phoenix. Sabu, another chair off the head of Pentagon Jr.
And one thing I'll say, I doubt that Pentagon has been in the ring with someone as crazy and as dangerous as Sabu.
Van Dam and Sabu have Phoenix in the ring isolated. And they'll work together. Clothesline there by Sabu. Van Dam's turn.
Oh, wow.
Nearly took his head off. Here comes Pentagon Jr. RVD plants him.
Setting him up now for Sabu.
Look at this. Rolling Thunder, and Sabu comes over the top. Cover. Phoenix breaks it up. Again, Extreme Rules in this matchup.
Sabu hitting that somersault leg drop like it's 1994.
Van Dam with the reversal. RVD looking for the monkey flip out of the buckle.
Wow, what height! That's a power in the legs of Van Dam. Here we go.
Cover by Sabu and a kick out. Pentagon Jr. goes after Van Dam.
Rob so strong in the lower body.
RVD now. Watch this. This is vintage Sabu and RVD.
Sabu there with a modified camel clutch setting up Rob.
Pentagon breaks that up. Pentagon Jr., former Impact Wrestling World Champion. Lighting up the chests of RVD and Sabu.
Yeah, chopping Sabu's just going to make him angry.
Pentagon.
Oh, wow.
Catches Van Dam. Boot for Sabu, and the Lucha Brothers trying to regain momentum. Back and forth, these two teams have gone. Look at this.
Sabu trying to roll out of trouble, but he's going right into Pentagon.
Bam! RVD now in the buckle. Trying to avoid the Lucha Brothers. They duck the clothesline. They catch Van Dam and send him back into the buckle. Here comes Phoenix. Watch this. Watch Phoenix on the roll through. Bam! Shoulders down. Sabu.
That's one big advantage the Lucha Brothers have. They work better as a team. Sabu and Rob, even in ECW back in the day, were always really two great singles wrestlers who happened to team. Very competitive between Rob and Sabu.
And you're seeing it here. The Lucha Brothers working perfect. And believe we got a low blow. Van Dam turns things around.
Tell you, Van Dam is doing everything the way he used to do it. It's incredible. Sabu now looking, I'm guessing, for a chair.
Oh, they're looking for weapons underneath the ring. Hey, folks, make sure you check out Headstrong. That's the documentary of Rob Van Dam. You can see it right here on Fight TV. Sabu's looking for something.
Yeah, referee Johnny Bravo. I don't know if he's quite up to keeping Sabu and Rob Van Dam in check. This is going to get extreme very quickly.
RVD and Sabu with the table. Phoenix catches Van Dam in the face. How many kicks have we seen in this match? To the face. And now the Lucha Brothers with the table. Oh. The legs on that table, Don, so dangerous upside down like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Could impale the opponent very easily.
Lucha Brothers turn it around. Oh, boy. Sabu, DDT.
Great defensive wrestling by Sabu. Sabu's wrestling is underrated, always has been.
And now Van Dam and Sabu have the Lucha Brothers on the table.
Look out, Sabu going up top. My God, it's a time machine. It's ECW. It's Raw Way. It's United We Stand. Stereo dives coming, Josh.
Van Dam's ready. Sabu!
Oh, my God!
Through the table they go.
Wow! ECF and W indeed.
Covers, kickouts, and the match continues. Van Dam sends Pentagon Jr. to the floor.
Rob and Sabu have looked great here, Josh.
Van Dam, one fell swoop. Pentagon Jr. steel chair.
Oh, God, Rob, all the way to the floor.
Van Dam's down. Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix, they've got Sabu isolated. Looking to load him up. Got him! Fear Factor. Pile driver. Spiked. And the Lucha Brothers have won this match.
Fantastic effort from Rob and Sabu. They had the tag team champions on the run for most of this match. And in the end, the Lucha Brothers, too much for Sabu.
What a special night and a special match here tonight at United We Stand. The Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix secure the win against Rob Van Dam and Sabu.
Great effort by Rob, great effort by Sabu. Hopefully we're going to see some respect here. Yeah.
Great show of sportsmanship. That's what it's all about. Between the Lucha Brothers, Rob Van Dam and Sabu. All four men stand together